Hello. Back once again with Demon King Chronicle. Last time we went for a very long time, and we got a party member, finished their story by helping them slay the white dragon at the top of the mountain, and they set their diary out into the river where it may eventually drift to the main continent. Or it might just fall under the sink under the waves of the sea. Who's to know? In addition, their journal, or their chapter of the Demon King Chronicle, seems to have been stolen. Or at the very least has gone missing. But regardless, Randolph has become a permanent party member and is going to assist us in furthering our goals of helping others find endings to their stories. We've also planted 2 magic beans in 2 different locations, and we are waiting on the growth of one of them. And let's see, what else? We found a horrible desert full of terrible insects that will kill us dead. And we got an item that allows us to gain resources more quickly. Let's get into it, shall we? Firing up the game. And a couple more adjustments. There we go. Demon King Chronicle. Ah yes, that's another thing we did, is we went and looked at the dirty mirror and realized that we had a ton of points to distribute into ourselves. This game's got a achievement-based level up system. Useful functions. Next and back keys for pages. Change walking graphic. You can speed up battles by holding down the selection key. Oh, wow. Huh, okay. That's what that means. Change walking graphic makes you choose which of the characters is being displayed. I don't think these are new. Yeah, Nana Story 3 is where we left off, I believe. I shouldn't have used this newfound power. Let's see. We got Old Lady Anna's Poison Steam Bun, which, as with all items, is an equipment. And this one grants us immunity to stagger. Another thing I didn't realize here, Sagar Martha, Sporadic Guard. That's really good. Occasionally defend. In addition, look at those stats. This weapon is kind of unbelievable, it seems. when used as an accessory. Let's see here. I guess I'll try just wandering up around here. See if I can actually get past anything at this point. And if not, I'll go back into the desert and wander there. Hope y'all are doing well today, chat. Strange sensations today for my core. Conceptualizations and self-reflections. We might be able to kill this. Good lord, we actually did. Yeah, I woke up this morning with a really strange dream that has a lot of... on Earth? Hold on. That's what I thought. Anyways, I woke up with a lot of strange feelings and from a dream that I had. And I felt sort of reflective on those moods and sensations ever since. Deli meat, where is it? A very big HP item. Yeah, that doubles Randolph's HP. Part of it for my dream and general feelings today is mentally prepping myself for what I plan to do for my 100 viewer stream. The game I've been thinking a lot about, and a win's a win. That game left a mark on me, and I think that's all I have to say. Fascinating, I know. Actually, defend. There. It's again just barely possible to win those fights. Since I took out 2 red enemies, I'm actually going to return and save. That's progress, baby. Okay, yeah, I knew about the battle speed up thing that I was talking about on the bookshelf. Just during the animation phase of enemy attacks and stuff, if you're holding the interact button, then all of those animations play a little bit faster, and with less delay between them. Which I'm pretty sure is something I've been already doing, so... Anyways, if you want to see me play a pair of extremely transgressive, hyper-violent, and somewhat surreal, but very intentionally authored and designed indie games, then help me reach 100 followers. Maybe playing through it will help me excise it from my mind, you know? Been chewing on the game's concepts for days now. We can now walk past all of that arrow shooting there. Snuck past him. I wonder what's going to happen here. For an ability that sporadically defends, it sure seems to proc a whole lot. Maybe I'm just getting lucky. This room looks familiar. Oof. This way, this way. This way, this way. Come here, you. Don't be shy now. There you go. You're mine. Guava. SP. Maybe it's one of those items that grows, but as it stands now, that's not very good. Oh. Nana. Narrow spaces can be quite calming, don't you think? I'm actually with Nana on that one. Good lord, this place goes on forever. Way back. There's a way forward. I think we found something. The disease. If we don't find a save point immediately, I'm going to run back. I don't want to take any risks out here. Safe. There's no longer a need for you to come here. There should be a path that connects to the nest. Uh-oh. Okay. Just scouting for now. Besides, I don't want to interrupt beautiful music. A beautiful music. Whoa. All of them are just called deformity. They also all buffed themselves. They can all scream, and their scream deals stagger. And stagger means that our turn gets skipped. And our turn gets skipped means that they can turn a 2-shot into a 1-shot. All of which is to say that this place is an abject nightmare for how we are currently. Not a big surprise considering that we were barely surviving the things that we were fighting in order to get to this spot in the first place. We might be able to sneak far enough in to be able to nab an item or two. And that might honestly be a good option, but we'll just have to see if we can manage to find anything. Cavern without much to see, it seems like. Oh. Ah! There it is. Oh. That was Nana. Chapter 2, A Girl's Wish. Interesting. The stamina up item doesn't give us that much when directly used, but also puts the status of exhilaration on us. So using it before a major fight or something might be useful. I am going to climb the tower. This time for sure. Nana Story 4. Oh, wait, Nana Story... One, two, three, three. Okay, so that's just an error, I guess. Translation issue. When I said that we had read Nana Story 3, I'm pretty sure that's correct. But there's two Nana Story 3. Let's read the other one, I guess. The two of them held hands and climbed up the narrow staircase. Walked on while reminiscing about their past. Okay, no, this is... This is what we know. The demon took the form of her grandfather and beat the boy. Her grandfather's commanding presence. No matter what happened, her heart was bound to him. She didn't know why this was. Without understanding why, she turned her back on the boy. The girl waited by the seashore. A long time ago, she searched through washed-up garbage with the boy here. Okay, yeah. Last time we did see another part of the story where I might have just interacted with the wrong thing on the table, but again, something's messed up right there. But regardless, we learned that the boy did in fact survive the tower and made it his life's goal to seek out justice and to, I think, maybe still kill that man who had become a demon. I can't perfectly remember. To which Nana said, "That's nice," and turned her back on him and left. Not sharing in his resolve. The girl waited by the seashore. A long time ago, she searched through washed-up garbage with the boy here. She clutched the Demon King Chronicle to her chest with both hands, and she looked out over the sea. She saw an island far in the distance. There was a tower on that island. At the top, there was a small light. The girl felt a strong compulsion. She needed to climb that tower. She felt as if the book clutched to her chest was compelling her to do so. The girl set out alone on a boat, rowing over the vast ocean under the quiet night sky. Demon King Chronicle Chapter 1, Tower. A very old book. Another chapter of Kumo's story, I think. Let's see. Eretz put a hand on the sword at his side. The four escorts stepped forward and formed a wall in front of the old man. As if in concert, Eretz took a half step back while drawing his sword. The sword was already halfway out of its scabbard. The moment when he finishes drawing his sword, that moment exactly, that is my signal to strike. I had a small tool in my hands. It was a collection of handheld explosives, a special bomb. I call it a bomb, but it has no killing power. It only makes a very loud noise. It may not cause any damage, but the sound it makes is more than a human can handle. That's the core element of this plan. I detonate the bomb, creating a momentary flash of light. That is our opportunity to strike. Eretz, With that sword of his, he will slay Zelfi Eluanto. Drawing his sword, little by little, Eretz began to retreat. Not yet. Not yet. The timing isn't right yet. Draw them a bit closer. Not yet. Not yet. Eretz's sword hasn't quite cleared the scabbard. Yet. Not quite yet. The escort steps forward, shifting the center of gravity. Eretz's sword still isn't out of its scabbard yet. Not yet. Not quite yet. Not yet. Not quite yet. Not drawn yet. Not just yet. Not drawn yet. It's drawn. My chance is... now. A quick gust of wind. I haven't done a single thing. Yet, 4 heads rolled across the ground. Eretz didn't make a move either. Then, the 4 bodies suddenly tumbled over. When did he draw his sword? Zelfi Eluanto holds his sword in his right hand. Well then. Zelfi Eluanto, the man treated as a hero for the last 40 years. He slowly advances, sword in hand. Try me if you dare. In front of him stands Eretz, completely dumbfounded with shock. Starcaller had drunk the blood of 4 people. Its blade glowed a fiery crimson in the moonlight. The only reason Zelfi brought a group with him is to feed his cursed sword of blood. Eretz used to talk a lot about someone named Ares. Sounded like a real fun person to know. When Eretz talked about Ares, he always had a really happy look on his face. He said Ares used to come and go from the island often. Wonder where they are now. Eretz promised he would take me to meet Ares someday. That has nothing to do with you, huh? Forgive me. Okay, I think I know where I want to go. The back end of the Demon King's castle, which will then lead into the village. Or the hamlet, rather. And from there, the magic bean we planted might be fully grown. Ah. It most certainly is not. I suppose we did plant that at the very, very end of last stream, so... Well, it has been a week. It hasn't been all that long in-game time. Love to increase my proficiency with deli meat. From the snowfields, and then right over here. All the red enemies are back. Oh my god, every single one of them attacked Randolph. New territory. Welcome home, Zoe. And welcome to the stream. Managed to smuggle some good items. 12-hour today. That's... And 10 yesterday. Good lord. I'm sorry. Ooh, that could be bad. There's 2 of them there. Cool. Let's see. To summarize the plot of Demon King Chronicle. You've come to an island. Camille has come to this island in order to finish the story of the Demon King Chronicle, to provide it with an ending. What that means, and any details on who you are and any of your role in this, is unclear. However, this is a game about subjective realities and personal narratives. An example is Randolph, our first party member that we got. He has a mountain that he wanted to climb, and he could never bring himself to get to the top of it. We tried climbing up the mountain ahead of him, and it's simple enough. It's a single screen transition. But when he walks up with us, it becomes a horrible blizzard full of ancient frost beasts and evil creatures with a white dragon waiting at the top. Trauma-induced subjective realities that we're helping people through. Something along those lines. It's not perfectly clear what any aspect of it is, and how subjective anything is. Samurai Wife Bento. New recipe. Oh, a black sesame. Okay, yeah, this sounds familiar. 2 items in the desert, one of which is a black sesame seed and the other is a white sesame seed. But yeah, in addition to the really interesting combat mechanics of relative positioning and your attacks having an angle, so getting ambushed on the map having an effect in combat too, snuck up on behind, stuff like that. In addition, most of your strength comes through equipment and the mastering of equipment. Literally every item can be put into an all-purpose slot. Everything. Permanent stat increase items. Ingredients. Weapons. Armor. All of it can go here. And so there's a element of build crafting to this game where you work out, you gain mastery of a bunch of different items, and then before a really tough fight, you adjust the equipment that you're wearing and try and change your strategies around what you have access to and what you're facing off against. Yeah, it's just another route for getting down here. If you master a stat-up item and then use it, is it better? I believe no. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, I really think no, because the mastery icons don't show up in the inventory menu. It's only in the equipment menu. So if you master a food item and then eat it, I don't think that gives you any additional health. In addition, another wild thing about this game feels like a survival horror game in terms of its gameplay. Saves are very rare, and only in safe areas predetermined. And yeah, it's item mastery is for items that you equip, because again, you can equip everything. So, karate chopstick is an equipable... It's a weapon, but we can equip it as an all-purpose, and it makes us sometimes attack twice. Stuff like that. And this game has Estus flasks, before Estus flasks was a thing. You can distribute however you want, whether it's healing or magic restore. Old Lady Anna's Poison Steam Bun. That is a cookable recipe, and when it is equipped as an equipment item, which you should assume is the intended use for essentially everything in the game, it will grant you complete immunity to being staggered. It cannot be eaten or used in any other way. Oops. I'm a little bit distracted right now. Can you master your Estus equivalents? You sure can. But remember, equipping something means that's not in your pocket, and you can't use it. So is it worth removing one slot or one flask charge worth of charges in order to equip it as an inventory item? In this case, I think so. Because Randolph is our resident spellcaster, and having energy restore, or having an energy restore equipped, doubles his SP capacity. And so, like, he needs it. Another thing worth noting, this game is completely free. You can download this yourself right now. There's Nana. She ran away from home just a minute ago. Enemies that summon other enemies are the worst. The absolute worst. And then after each battle, you may have noticed those little yellow bars appear next to our health status. Walking around without getting into another fight immediately will allow you to recover a little bit of magic and health. It's very quiet here, isn't it? But for some reason, this silence, it makes me feel uneasy. Glass fragment. A lot of cool stuff going on in this game. This game is actually a part of a series that I'm doing where I'm going to highlight every game ever released by, well, almost every game released by Katatema that has been localized into English. I'm through a majority of them, but there's still a couple left that I want to highlight. Obviously, this is one of the ones that's included. BBC, have you ever heard of... Let's see, what's it called? Hold on, there's a bunch of cars going by. Okay, there we go. Have you ever heard of a game called Irisu Syndrome? Dang, was worth a try. But yes, Irisu Syndrome is also by Katatema, and is maybe one of their, maybe the most famous of their freeware work, and is a physics puzzler that's kind of in the vein of the more recent release, Suika game. Holy shit, no, I've played it. Yeah. Yeah, you know that game. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's this person. That person has made like 6 other games. And they're still making games. Pudding and the Magic Harp, although not localized into English, released like within a year or so ago. Pudding and the Shield Harp, Pudding and the Magic Harp, something like that. I mean, we don't have an English localization for the title yet, so... Yeah. Irisu Syndrome is on my short list of games to stream, but... as you know, that game does some stuff that is uniquely difficult to stream. In addition to it being a very old game, that's going to come with its own issues. I'm probably going to have to run an entire dummy stream as a test, just to make sure that my tech side is all set up for it. It's going to be that complicated, probably. Oh yeah, that tracks, indeed. But that's what makes the game so incredibly cool, and why I'm so compelled by it. I might not need a full virtual machine for it, simply because I do actually run my streams on a separate login. So I do already have the games siloed, at least to a degree. So stuff relating to that should be okay. Nothing back here. Okay. It was worth a check. I should also check the other side. Yes, yes, needlessly diligent, but this game sometimes rewards that sort of thing. Nana. Save point and heal point. See, we have an empty bottle count, and we can distribute it how we wish. Another route back to the nest from our shortcut hub. And one more flask. I have 1,000 gold. Check something real quick. Okay, Randolph's room is unchanged. Nana's room unchanged. Kumo's room unchanged. Greater than 90. Getting closer. Whoa, wait, I'm really close to that. I might actually... Yeah. Can you give me a hand? Where exactly did that lead us to? Well, whatever. Doesn't matter to someone like me who has forsaken the light. Oh. My technique is greatly improved. I'd like to challenge him again. Only I could meet him just one more time. Farewell, I suppose, Maul. Challenge who, though? Also, that's... I like that cute little punchline that they do there of Mole's scary face is just like light glinting off of silver parts of his armor. It's just a circle on his eye patch and like the neck thing he's wearing, which makes it look like glowing eye and teeth. If you truly deem yourself heroes, I will take on the mantle of the Demon King and destroy everything. That wall is a different color, but I can't break it open. There's no prompt or anything for it. Truly deem yourself heroes. I will take on the mantle of the Demon King and destroy everything. Yep, just bid farewell to Mole. I realized I have enough strength to bust this open. What did I have in here before? No, not Twintail. It was the luck item. Lucky Rabbit. Leilaria's room is still locked and requires us 150. Oh yeah, we got a new recipe. Rat Fang. We've never actually found one of those yet. It could be those rats from the hamlet that insta-killed us before. That might be what drops a Rat Fang. Never seen a Demon Wing. Never gotten hair. Never gotten rice. I've heard that Shout is a good skill. In Demon King Chronicle, what kind of conclusion was Harold Deister trying to lead the story toward? I could talk about this all day. One large mystery is caused by the book's title, as the existence of the Demon King does not come up even once inside the work. Another important piece of the puzzle revolves around its heroes. Chapter 1 has a character named Sarah, Chapter 2 has Ritzia, and Chapter 3 has Randolph. There are real people with striking similarities to the three main characters that appear in each chapters. There are three very famous people on the continent known as Ares, Eretz, and Flodnar, who could easily be seen as models for the story's heroes. However, at the time when the Demon King Chronicle was written 21 years ago, they were all completely unknown, and no ties can be traced to Harold Deister. At the same time as the Demon King Chronicle was being written, a certain incident occurred. A person from the continent appeared in a native village and gave a flower to a woman suffering from a painful childbirth. This incident occurred 21 years ago after the large epidemic, and as a result, just like on the continent, flowers on the island had also become a very rare sight. This incident is said to have happened on the exact same island where Harold wrote the Demon King Chronicle. I'm very interested in the fact that this incident happened 21 years ago on the exact same island at the exact same time as the creation of the Demon King Chronicle. Using this story to hypothesize the origins of the Demon King Chronicle, I have even guessed at the ending of the final chapter of the story. So, let me tell you about the ending I have come up with. Harold makes his appearance to face off against the three heroes from the previous chapters, Sarah, Ritzia, and Randolph, and proceeds to unreasonably and mercilessly slaughter them. This is the ending the research has led me to. I do, of course, have a basis for this theory, and it is directly related to the flower incident that I explained previously. I believe that Ares, Flodnar, and Eretz all gave a special flower to a village woman. And I believe that these flowers were originally Herald Diesters. I believe that those three stole some flowers from Herald Diester, which he had been working hard to raise while living on the island. Once you take this into account, everything makes perfect sense. This gives us the real reason why Herald Diester worked on the book: to seek revenge. Herald Diester held a grudge against all three of them and sought out revenge through his story. First, he wrote out their own stories in painstaking detail. These are very clear-cut hero stories. And in the final chapter, he planned to introduce himself as the Demon King, in an attempt to quickly and mercilessly slaughter the heroes. Herald Diester planned out his revenge to take place in his own fictional world. However, since Herald Diester passed away before he could complete the story, the world only knows the Demon King Chronicle as a simple story of heroic deeds. Oh, there's a... new thing in the shop, I guess. Okay, that's a lot of... well, let's just look, just in case. Oh. Oh, right, no. Kumo's been seen around here before. Inside this hole, there must be many stories laid to rest. It certainly is depressing just thinking about it. I'm going to state before I I'm going to state that I don't know anything about this story apart from extremely secondhand, but isn't The King in Yellow kind of that idea? Or it's a bunch of not entirely related short stories in which one small detail is present in all of them. Hey wait, Live Alive did that. Live Alive. Yeah. Jump in. Are you sure? Yes. All of my stamina restore and half of my energy restores. They do not mean permanently, though. We can recover those because we still have the empty bottle dummy item. Zara Mantle. Better armor. Let's see what it does as a fast attack. That seems like a really good accessory item. We'll wear it as our armor for now, and then... yeah. So yeah, if I understand this correctly, yeah. No harm done. That message it gives is very scary, but ultimately it's just telling you you spilled the contents of each of those bottles, I guess would be more accurate. The bottles themselves are fine. Anyway, it's about time we actually went in here. Zara sword. Fast. Wide range, too. And only one less attack. Yeah, that's worth it. And besides, this one has no mastery, so it's going to get better. If you climb to the top of this tower, your dreams are supposed to come true. That's what it says in the Demon King Chronicle, anyway. Even though we came this far, my legs, I can't go any further. Camille, please. Please give me a hand. Soul shackles. No accessory slot. The tower. Welcome to our next major dungeon. And of course, since Nana is level 1, she is going to level up extremely rapidly at the start. Ooh, that's good slime. I like that slime. Restores SP to all members. That sounds pretty handy. That's quite a lot, too. I'm allowed to kill other slimes. I wonder if slap on the back can cure poison. It does. It also gives her something called Spirit. Wet stuff. One of the pillars broke. Let's regroup. Ah, I came back. Orbalisk, isn't that like the name of that one cartoon character that's like a Viking? Get away! I'm the tower. That was weird looking. Red Mud Man. Staggered. Hmm. Sealed off my own route. Uh-oh. Double uh-oh. Ugh. Staggered again. Survival puzzle solving. Damn it. Ugh. That went so badly so quickly. Good night, guys.
To another place.
Aw, there's even the whispered version. I think we should retreat. Starting to run low on supplies. It looks like the gimmick here is that we need to walk through each of the arches. But yeah, retreating for safety. Ugh. Now that we can recover energy. Yeah, we can switch over to Nana now. If we want her walking sprite. Wait, it's already open. Oh lord. And I applied the potion to the wrong person. Ooh. That's gonna take some healing off. Ooh. Stairs seem like good grind spots. I was thinking that too, yeah. Two more. And then last time when we overdid it, it made a trap obelisk. So we'll leave it with that. Oh! Nana has an actual proper attack now. Whoa! And it is a doozy, wow. Okay. Good lord. Hmm. Well, I do know one thing we should do. Where was it? All the way at the bottom, I guess, huh? There it is. Amaryllis. Hammer used by a certain woman blacksmith. It's an all-purpose version. No special effects, but does raise attack. Okay, what's the Zara Sword's extra attack? It's always so hard for me to de-equip anything that increases drop rate. Alright, and since we're at the bottom anyway, let's go and regroup. Each time just a bit higher. Little by little. Oh. Bookworm Girl. Many strange recipe names in this game. Another guava. Mm. Each encounter breaks one obelisk. Oh, I hope that doesn't count. I might have overshot because of that. It did not. Good. Reaching the clouds. Higher and higher and higher. More and more and more. Heh. Ares' clothes. Grants the skill trip. Did one of those just disappear? I think I imagined it. There's two. There's two. Okay. I screwed up somehow. This might have been a real tricky one. This might entirely be it's on a timer. Live. Live. God. Well, if that's not a sign to pull back and try again, I don't know what is. Ugh. Brutal. Don't like that. Diligence. That's what this game requires. The diligence and the will to say, the situation's foobar and we need to go back and recover. To accept small progress as being a form of progress. Just to see. About what I expected. Might be doable if I were to injury prime Camille. That way I can use the Flame Fang first turn and do the same with Nana. But even then, I think I would only be able to one-shot one of the slimes, because Nana's injury attack is single target only. So I would still get completely rocked by all but one of them. Ah! Lucky. Climb. Climb. It's just time. You simply need to enter at the right moment. Ugh. Which is a bigger F than you might expect. Lord. I lost focus for a second. My mind was wandering. Can you chat for a bit? Yes. The nest is made up of people who have escaped from the continent. But someday they will have to return. Back to that desolate continent. Camille, I'm grateful for the momentary peace you were able to give me. Ah. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Almost had me. Nice try, buddy. Fake medicine. Great increase to skill, increase to agility, amplified damage. Here it comes. Two-headed demon. Freeze. There ain't no way. There ain't no way I'm doing this first try, chat. Fun. So attack. Lightning. Stamina restore. Come on. my god! Oh my god. Unbelievable. Nana's story ends here. I'm no longer just a girl. Now, Nana Eluanto's story can truly begin. Camille, I hope that you find a happy ending for your own story. I'm praying for it. Thank you for all you have done. She was kind enough to give us her equipment before she left. She's ready to return to the continent. Happy trails, Nana. Oh. And of course, with that, we can no longer visit that area. Without Nana's presence, the tower has no special meaning. As that was her story and not ours. If we were to try and climb the tower again, we would find that's just 2 flights of stairs and that's it. Oops. Shoot. One sec here, let me do a proper save before I do anything else. Wait a second. There's the book. Only now can I truly understand Harold's feelings. Many more. Aaron looks like he's about to hybridize his dog and daughter. Oh, big whoop, I'm a hybrid of dog and daughter. Ain't that uncommon. Hey, it worked. Hey Zoe, how you doing? uh, if you truly deem yourself heroes, I will take on the mantle of the Demon King and destroy everything. Gotcha. Probably can't bust that door open anytime particularly soon. Let's see. I like to have 3 of an item. I don't think I noticed that wet stuff and sticky stuff was a different item. I probably would have thought more of the red variants had I realized that. But what's done is done, and I'm happy with the amount of stuff I got from the tower. You gonna let me through yet? Nope. I can afford that sword. Can also long afford this armor. Let's check what that armor's like. A bit fast. No known special effects, but does increase skill, and is actually... No, that's actually just 5, so... I thought its defense value was pretty high, but no. Let's go through this again here. And then save, and then I'm going to go to the hamlet and see if that vine has grown. And then after that, I might call it. Once again, excellent progress tonight. Hamlet. So that's... yeah, first one, and then... Cool. Keld Laud. High agility, high crit, and extra attack while in the actual proper weapon slot. Every other sword we've seen so far requires its extra attack thing to be in the alternate slot. Which means we could actually experiment with this kind of build here, where we sacrifice some damage output for the sake of even more bonus attacks. Why is everyone saying sword and weird? Did I really pronounce it weird? Like, is that what y'all are doing? Sword. Nah, okay. Got me going for a bit. Oh, wow. Okay, that's... If you have extra attack and your first hit kills, the additional attacks will bleed over to automatically target other enemies. And the multi-attacks, if you've got the range for it, can hit several enemies. You can do sweeping multi-hits. This might actually be a viable build. Or at the very least, it's handy for grinding. Wow. Okay, going back to the nest, and Kumo's got one more book we can read. Read it first and then save, yeah. The battle is over. One of Eritz's eyes has been cut out, and half his face is covered in blood. I suddenly realize I'm missing 2.5 fingers. Through the shock, I feel like crying out as pain lances through my body. However, the battle is finally over. The old man is sprawled out, with the tip of Eritz's sword in his throat. The cat burglar Eritz, and my homeless and jobless self. The two of us managed to defeat the Sword Saint. This result was in no way a certainty. This is the result of our gamble, a once-in-a-lifetime chance that we took, blessed by the goddess of luck. Eritz, with his sword at his longtime enemy's throat, grips the hilt of his sword and prepares to finish it. Take care of my daughter, Selfie Eloanto muttered weakly. Sure. The girl from before? Eritz replied back. That girl suffered through so much just because she had you for a grandfather. I have no idea what they're talking about. Nana, I'm really so sorry. The old man's voice was shaking. The clever sparkle in his eyes, the strong aura of the Sword Saint, It had all disappeared in this moment. All that was left was a pitiful, dying old man. Zelfi Eluanto was resigned to his fate, with both eyes closed. Eretz was clearly shaken. You didn't really... What I saw in that next moment was Eretz falling to the ground. You had the power. Zelfi Eluantu lies soaked in the blood of his foe. And you had the luck. Zelfi held a dagger in his right hand. However, you lacked true ruthlessness. Zelfi Eluanto calmly stood up. He had the chance. And he hesitated, and that's all it took. Bookworm Girl is made with a piece of paper and salt. Sure. One little thing I did remember that I want to do. Purchase the notepad and use it. Plus, press confirm key to output glossary as a text file. Glossary.txt was saved in the game's directory. Battle record. Annihilation history. So those are text files that contain additional context and information. The glossary. And I'll try and think of a good place to post it. People use Pastebin for long text, right? Maybe I can just do that. In any case, though, that is going to do it for today's Demon King Chronicle session. I could not be happier with how that went. Ugh. I was on a razor's edge for so much of that two-headed demon fight, but nobody died. People kept getting down to single-digit health, but it just barely wasn't enough to kill them over and over and over again. I was dancing on a razor's edge throughout that entire fight, but I actually pulled through. First try. Ooh, nothing quite like it. Sad you missed the earlier streams? Well, I have some good news, my friend. Check out my YouTube VODs channel. All of it's up there. Go ahead and check out the archive. Let me see if I can pull up the URL real quick. View your channel. There we go. There's the link to the VODs channel. Feel free to catch up on Demon King Chronicle, and also you can catch up on all the other games that I've played thus far. I am diligent about archival because that's part of the idea behind this channel, and one of the reasons I created it is these are really fascinating games, many of which don't have any record of full playthroughs and completion, or minimal videos that exist showcasing them. And so while I do commentary over them, and I do like to think that I provide interesting commentary and some context behind the development of the game, I very distinctly make sure that the game view is always in full view, and that kind of thing, because I'm not playing these for myself. I am playing these because I massively respect these games and want to share in that joy with others. So I'm not going to cover the screen with a whole bunch of logos and Ko-fi links and stuff. I try and keep that stuff all off to the side, you know? Literally. Phew. Cover the screen with MLG Doritos Mountain Dew logos. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly what I don't want to do. Oh boy, this issue again. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. I thought I was getting the issue where I couldn't click anything on the screen again. But no. Let's see if there's anyone to raid to, and we'll call it there. Unicids is doing Elden Ring. Let's go watch her, shall we?
To another place.
Thanks for tuning in as always, friends.